Alright. Are you preparing for the letter any board exam? You're in the right place. Reliable resources? I got you covered. I invested in premium study materials and I'm sharing them with you. So, yeah. We all know na halos lahat ng documents online is hindi ma-view kasi either um, either naka-blur or di kaya naka-picture picture format kaya hindi natin ma-copy paste kaya ang hirap-hirap, no? Kailangan pa natin gumamit ng speech to text o di kaya i-screenshot tapos ipa-text natin, text copy, ang daming and that's why I decided to pay something, to pay for it, and that's why easy to download na lang. And then since I have the ability to download, might as well I will share these documents to you guys. So yeah, yan yung gagamitin natin for the whole study session. So nandun na yung mga research studies, nandun na din yung mga libro, nandun na din yung mga gawa mismo ng mga profesor, no? Kinakopy lang natin na ginawa lang natin yung hack notes para hindi medyo copy-paste lahat. So, ang kinuha lang natin for the purpose of educational purposes, is kinuha lang natin yung mga napaka-importanting information. Anyway, every discussion natin, every end of discussion is meron tayong quiz. Kaya, you can test yourself and see what sticks, kaya para hindi mawala. So, you can retain it into your mind. And then also, may God bless us with sharp minds and great recall so we can ace this board exam. And then, napaka-importante din, hindi ko dapat to ma-missed, no? Para sabihin sa inyo na kailangan nyo talagang i-adjust ang video speed kasi mabilis lang ako kasi intro to, pero when it comes to discussion, I might slow you down. So, you have to adjust the speed, okay? Depende sa inyo. Kung gusto nyo intensive, then go ahead. You just do normal speed. Pero kung gusto nyo nagmamadali kayo, you can adjust the speed. So I promise you, you won't regret the information that you will get in this video. Anyway, ang topic natin ngayon, wag na natin palapasin, no? Asa na yun? Ayan. So, ito yung mga na-research ko. So, dahil English yung topic natin, we will discuss English literary devices. Ayan. Wait lang. So, ayan. Ito yung mga this is I think na-discuss ko na yung mga aphorism, Chekhov's gun. You just look for it, no, sa literary device discussion, let review. Ito lang, pahabol ko lang to. Meron akong na-discover another literary device that would help us understand the passage that we might encounter in the board exam, no. Una-una yung parallelism. So this is part of sentence or sentences that are grammatically similar or are similar in construction, sound, meaning, or meter. So halimbawa ng parallelism po is like father, like son. Saan po dito manenotice na isa tong parallelism? Yung like, and then another. Para siyang parallelism. Bali, ipagharap mo, they are similarly alike. Like ba? Basta magkapareho. Example, easy come, easy go. Will you let me go? This man love. Okay. Another is what you see is what you get. Saan po dito yung parallelism? So, parallel po ang word na what you at saka what you dito. Another example na maaari kong ibigay sa inyo is yung sa world literature. For example, sa Bible, yan, ito ang most influential literature, ang Bible po. So, we have here the Ecclesiastes, A Time to Be Born, and A Time to Die. Ma'am, saan po dito yung parallelism? A time to. A time to. A time to. Ayan ha? Hindi ko siya ma-zoom in kasi yan yung yan yung pinaka-maximum na makikita nyo full from the beginning and to the end, no? Another is A Tale of Two Cities. A Tale of Two Cities, thesis na noon. A Tale of Two Cities, this is also one of the influential, again, second influential book in the whole world. Okay, by Charles Dickens. So, halimbawa nito ng parallelism ha. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the times, it was the times. Yan, no? Yan yung parallelism. Bali, another side of the sentence is the same as the next sentence. Another is the Martin Luther King, I have a dream speech. Ito naman ay speech. So, sabi niya dito, I have a dream. Yan. That one day even the state of Mississippi, a desert state sweltering with the heat of injustice and oppression. So he was talking about the oppression, especially with the dark people, no? With black people, sorry. And then, yan, will be transformed into oasis of freedom and justice. Kasi wala silang freedom eh. Then, this is one sentence. It started, I have a dream. For the next sentence that he said, sabi na naman, I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will be not judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. Another na naman, that's the end of his second sentence. Last sentence dito is, I have a dream today. So you can see that every parallel sentence, it starts with, I have a dream. So that is an example of parallelism. Another example, world literature, is the Hamlet. Okay, Shakespeare, to be or not to be. Saan po dito yung parallelism? To be. Yan, to be. May question sa let na to be or not to be. Ano yan? Hamlet po yan. Hamlet, okay? Okay. So, ayan. Tapos na tayo sa parallelism. Let's move on to the isocolon. Isocolon is the succession of phrases or clauses of grammatically equal length and parallel in structure and rhythm. Ma'am, wala kami naintindihan. Same. Pero ang ma-hint natin dito is succession of phrases or clauses grammatically equivalent succession of phrases. For example, itong napaka sikat na litanya or line na Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. Now, I have to search for this one. Sino ba okay, si Julius Caesar ang nagsalita. Sino nagsabi nito? I came, I saw, I conquered. Ayan. When you say conquered, ano yan? Ano niya? Nalagpasan niya. So, another common example is what you see is what you get. Ma'am, parang may something. Wait lang. Okay. Continue tayo sa ibang example. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Saan po dito yung parallelism? The day. Okay? Easy come, easy go. Ma'am, meron something wrong. Bakit ganito? Next, buy a Ford and drive a Ford and repair a Ford. Anin dito? Afford. Diba? So, ayan. Ayan. Another from Benjamin Franklin. Poor Richard's Almanac. Easy to live, not live to eat. Eat to live, not live to eat. Okay. Eat to live. Kumain ka para mabuhay ka. Hindi yung mabuhay ka para kumain. Diba? It's like living the life versus gluttony. Next, A Tale of Two Cities. Ito naman, it was the best of time. Ma'am, ano sinasabi ko? A time to be born and a time to die. Dito naman sa Filipino, example, kung ano ang tinanim ay sharing aanihin. What you sow, you shall reap. So, this I colon for the memorable and balanced structure. Balanced structure siya kasi dito na side is nagtanim, dito naman is nag-aani. So, it's like both side, no? So, ma'am, ano po ba? Sa base na na-discuss nyo, ang parallelism at saka isocolon is parang similar, no? Well, yan. Na-question ko din yan eh. Ito yung answer. No, parallelism and isocolon are not exactly the same. Although isocolon is a specific type of parallelism. Ayan po. Kalimut ako. Type of parallelism that emphasize both parallel structure and equal length. So, the same po sila, rhetoric. Bali, hindi mo na siya kailangan You say rhetoric, You don't have to answer it. Yeah. And then, again, isocolon is a type of parallelism. Okay? Type of parallelism. Ayan. Dito sa parallelism is parallel structure or parallel construction. Dito naman sa isocolon is parallel elements. So, ang magkakabaliktad lang dyan is yung words or phrases. So on, so forth. So, pag may makita kayo dito sa board exam, sabihin nyo lang, hindi sabihin, hanapin nyo lang kung meron bang isa doon na nagsasabi ng isocolon or di kaya parallelism. So, yun lang. It's either of the two, okay? I think we're done with the literary devices that hindi natin na-discuss. Let's move on to yung napaka-excited akong i-discuss sa inyo. Itong literature structure ito. I think na ko yung exposition. Sorry, hindi pala to. Tapos ko na to exposition, climax, denouement, or resolution. Tapos ko na yan. Literary components. Tapos na ba to? Hindi ko pa to na-discuss. Okay. Dito tayo sa literary components. So, genre, alam na natin yung genre. Ano yung genre? Okay. Genre is yung type of art or literature. For example, horror or comedy or romance. Ayan. Yan yung example ng genre. Meron pa lang example. Diyos ko. Ayan sa baba. Sci-fi, romance, historical fiction. So, pagtatanungin ka ng manliligaw mo na, hey baby, baby agad, hey babe, what kind of movie genre do you like? Hindi tinatanong yung title yung tinatanong is anong klase ng movie yung gusto mo. Gusto mo ba yung bakbakan? Gusto mo ba yung Malaviva Max? Ano ba? Dito, that's the genre. Next, we have the style. Ito yung manner of writing. Writing style. Writing style. So, it's either satirical, formal, or stream of consciousness. Ayan. Ano yung stream of consciousness? Discuss natin yan maya-maya, pero let me give you a overview of this one. Stream of consciousness is, alam mo yung character nagsasalita sa kanyang sarili. Siya lang. Wala siyang ibang kausap, yung sarili niya lang. Okay, next we have the setting. This is the time and place. Hindi lang po place meron ding time. Okay? 1920 in Paris. Okay. 1920, that is a setting. Pwede ding medieval times o di kaya Victorian times. That is time, no? Hindi po yan place. Pwede ding England, Philippines. Yan, that is the setting. Sa plot naman, ito yung sequence of events. So, una, nag-rising action. For example, yung plot na for example, sa Batang Quiapo. Okay, sa Batang Quiapo yung may example ko. Actually, I already talked about this in the previous videos. Pero ito, hindi hack notes yung ginamit ko. It's just a plain document na nahanap ko sa internet. Which is why I am making new one na yung gawa ko talaga. So again, plot, it is the sequence of events or pagkasunod-sunod. Una yung rising action, sumunod yung climax, and then falling action. Climax po hindi yung climax ng story po hindi yung climax na iniisip ng iba dyan. Okay? So, rising action. For example, rising action is yung nagbakbaka na sina Ramon at saka si Tanggol, no, sa sa Quiapo. And then, yung climax na is yung dumating na si Marites para sabihin sa kanilang dawa na itigil nyo yan, mag-ama kayo. And then the falling action is yung tinulungan ni Tanggol, yung kanyang ama na si Ramon Montenegro na makatakas sa mga pulis. So that is an example of plot. Now let's move on to the theme. Ito yung main idea, okay? Main idea po. For example, ang main idea ng Romeo and Juliet is what? What is the main idea? It's all about love between the two couple, which is Romeo and Juliet, and then war. Why is it war, ma'am? Kasi magkakalaban yung pamilya nila. So it is two of us against the world. Ganun po. It's love and war. And what else? Macbeth. Ano po yung theme doon? It's all about power. For me, it's all about power. They want to gain power. Next, prologue naman tayo. So, madali lang to, prologue at saka epilogue. Prologue, hindi po itlog ha, hindi po ito itlog. Prologue is introductory section. For example, a character's backstory before the main event. For example, prologue ng Twilight. Okay, prologue ng Twilight is yung nakalimutan ko yung prologue ng Twilight. Or 50 Shades of Grey. Ano yung prologue ng 50 Shades of Grey? Yung ano lang siya, no? Yung nakalimutan ko yung prologue eh. Yung prologue na nagkahiwalay sila. Ano yun? Volume yun? Basta yung introductory section is yung backstory ng main character before nangyari yung main event. Yung epilogue naman is yung parang 3 years later. Epilogue ng 50 Shades of Grey, yung makikita mo na sina Anna at sina Grey may kasamang bata. Diba? Tapos, yun. Toddler na yung bata nila, yung anak nila. So, that is an example of epilogue. Synopsis naman. Dito na tayo sa synopsis. Ano ba yan, ma'am? Akala ko ba magta-talk about kasi 50 Shades of Grey? Hindi po tayo magta-talk about deeper ng 50 Shades of Grey kasi SPG po yan. SPG. Anyway, synopsis is the brief summary. From the word synopsis, like parang sinisynthesize na parang buod or summary. So, ito lang usually makikita sa example, kapag may movie, may synopsis dyan kung anong mangyayari sa character. Pero hindi lahat kasi mas-spoil ka na. Parang short background lang din kung anong mangyayari sa whole story. For example, Snow White, a woman, a princess who dreamed to be the will she find out the that is the synopsis. Okay? Sabihin doon na she was slave by his stepmother, the evil queen, blah 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 blah. Yan, synopsis yan. Next is the conflict. Conflict is yung problema. Okay? Forces. It could be man versus nature or character versus society. Sa man versus nature, anong halimbawa dyan? Man versus nature. How about the ang Romeo and Juliet, doon? I think it's character versus society, no? Okay, next we have man versus man. Next is we have the dialogue and monologue. So, madali lang yan. Dialogue is between two characters and monologue is yung parang stream of consciousness. Kumbaga, siya lang yung nagsasalita. Internal thoughts, okay? Halimbawa ng monologue is, paano yan? Di ko na makikita si Roberto. Ganun no. Kinakausap niya yung sarili niya. Yung dialogue naman is yung may kinakausap siya. Or dialogue, for example, Juan and Pedro. Sinabi ni Juan, Pedro, bakit, anong tawag sa isang kape? Uso sa PBB. Anong tawag sa kape na sumasayaw? Sabi naman doon sa writer, nakalagay naman doon, Pedro, nag-reply, nakalagay na naman sa baba, Juan, edi mocha, ganun. So, yun yung dialogue, no? Dramatic monologue naman is long speech that reveals a character's inner thoughts. Para siyang monologue, from the sake of no? Nakalagay na nga monologue. Pero medyo mahaba. For example, his black hair wrestle against the wind. Sa utak lang niya yan. Pero the main point that is, may pagnanasa siya sa lalaki. So that is an example of a long speech or dramatic monologue na kinakausap ng karakter ang kanyang sarili, but it's more like dramatic and so many jargon, so on and so forth. Narrator naman. Narrator is yung first person narrator. Okay, it's the storyteller. Omniscient narrator is all-knowing narrator, yung alam niya a narrator who knows every character's thought. Okay? Example, Bella was thinking that She might love Edward, chuchu-chuchu. Mga ganun. Reliable narrator naman is yung trustworthy storyteller. So, who present facts objectively. So, spitting facts. Okay, magkaiba yung reliable at saka yung unreliable. So, kasi unreliable is biased and deceptive. More like opinionated. Okay, unreliable. Point of view naman is first person point of view, third person point of view, second person point of view. So, ayan. Ang sa first person po ay gumagamit ng I at saka we na subject. Sa second person naman is gumagamit ng you. And the third is gumagamit na ng pangalan or pronoun. Okay? Next, we have the protagonist and antagonist. Let me check the... okay, 20 minutes na. Okay, protagonist and antagonist. Protagonist is ng bida. Antagonist naman is yung villain or kontrabida. Round character is yung may personal development or may for example example ng round character is si Rhoda. Sorry wala pa kasi ako nabasa ng mga world literature. Konti pa. And hindi ko pa na-internalize. Later on, ma-internalize din natin yan pagkatapos ng lahat ng period sa Philippine literature. Anyway, round character sa Batang Quiapo ay si Rhoda. Diba? Nung unang-una is kalaban ni Rhoda ang pamilyang Dimagiba. But now, look at where he is. He is living with the Dimagiba because tinulungan siya ng mga Dimagiba at napaka-friendly na niya. And then flat character naman, ito yung walang change. Halimbawa si Rigor. Okay? Nakita niyo yung difference? Round character is may development sa sarili at yung flat character is walang development. Halimbawa na dyan si Rigor Dimagiba ang asawa ni Marites Dimagiba. So yun, from the very beginning, ayaw niya kay Tanggol, gusto niyang patayin si Tanggol. And then very narcissistic, walang accountability. Then yun siya. Example ng flat character. Dito naman tayo sa foil. Ito yung contrasting character. Bali pag i-ano mo siya sa lead character, makikita mo na ang pagkakaiba. So contrasting character, for example, Cinderella and her stepsisters. The stepsisters are the foil. Or pwede din si Cinderella kasi iba-iba ang kanyang upbringing, no? Ni Cinderella kasi sa mga stepsisters niya. Dito naman tayo sa prose. Okay, prose. For example ng prose is novel, di ba? No limit angere. This is ordinary written language. So, yan. Most novels, essays, and articles. So, yan. Ang tawag nito. Lumalabas to sa let. Ano ba yung mga example ng prose? So, novel. Hindi, poem, is it prose or not? No. Prose and poem ay isang elemento ng literature pero magkaiba po sila. So, prose is ordinaryo lang, like novels. Okay, essays ni Rizal, and articles. Yun. So, rhyme, alam naman natin yung rhyme, yung magkasing tunog. Okay? Let's move on to the literary elements. I think tapos na tayo dun sa literary components. Elements naman tayo. Magkaiba po yung elemento at saka components. Components is part. Elements is yung mga ginagamit natin doon. So, denotation. But if you, by the way, guys, you can search for your own if you are not agreeing with me. But this is how I understand it. Okay, denotation is yung literal meaning niya. Okay, para siyang dictionary. For example, snake. Ano yung denotation niya? It is Anong denotation ng snake? It is a reptile with a long legless body. Wala siyang wala siyang paa. That is a denotation. But when you say connotation, it is more likely a implication or yung opinion mo lang. For example, snake. What is snake for you? My connotation for a snake is negative. Why? Because it means danger. No, it means deceitful because I am a Christian. I do believe that Adam and Eve was deceived by a snake, and then which is Satan, which is considerable as evil. No, so that is my connotation. But we can also have a positive connotation. For example, sa mga Chinese, positive connotation ng snake sa kanila, di ba? Para sa kanila is swerte ang mga snake. Kaya may mga year of the snake sila eh. Okay? That is for the denotation and connotation. Sa analogy naman tayo. So analogy is like a ratio to, no? So this is a comparison between showing a similarity between two things, okay? For example, just as sword is the weapon of a warrior, a pen is the weapon of a writer. Kung ang sword is weapon ng mga mandirigma, ang pen naman ay weapon ng mga manunulat. So, alangan naman, isusulat nila gamit ang sword. Di naman. Alangan din naman na ang gagamitin ng mga warriors sa pakikipaglaban ay pen. Diba? So, it has equal definite use or function. So, bali, parang similarity. Okay? For that example sa analogy. Dito naman tayo sa allusion. Dito ako excited mag-discuss kasi magagamit nyo talaga to sa sa world literature. Promise, magagamit nyo to sa world literature. Na ano ko na yan, na try ko na yan na ma-identify ko ano bang klase to. Is it paradox? Is it oxymoron? Is it simile? Or is it personification? Ganyan ba? Kailangan talaga nating i-internalize kung ano itong mga literary components, elements, and so on and so forth. At saka yung literary devices, way of writing, way of expressing the writer's thoughts, no? Napaka-importante talaga. Anyway, allusion, this is indirect or direct reference to another work. Allusion, for example, he was a real Romeo with the ladies. Romeo po yung allusion natin dito. So, ayan, tama. Allusion to Shakespeare Romeo. Sino ba si Romeo? Para sa akin, ang allusion na Romeo is parang guwapo, diba? Or di kaya, I will die for you. Ganon. He was a real Romeo with the ladies. Okay, that is allusion. You refer to another work or written work. Okay? Another example is chocolate is his kryptonite. Kryptonite is a weakness of Superman. So, bale, ang chocolate daw is weakness niya. Do you get it? That is allusion. Don't worry, I definitely included that to our quiz. Okay, allegory naman tayo. Allegory, this is symbolic. For example, ng allegory is yung Noli Me Tangere, no? Meron po siyang hidden meaning. It's not just all about love life, about Crisostomo Ibarra at saka Maria Clara. No. Maria Clara ba? Oh, yes. It's not just all about Maria Clara and Ibarra. It reflects on the Noli Me Tangere. It reflects the situation of that Spanish era time. So, yan, hindi lang siya story, hindi lang siya biga-biga or love life. It's all about how Spaniards abuse the Filipino people or the Filipinos. Okay, that's allegory. Okay, for example, the tortoise and the hare. Hindi lang siya all about the race between the hare and the tortoise. It's all about perseverance versus arrogance. Diba? Arrogante yung hare. So, may matutunan ka na, hindi lang kasi mas malakas, mas mabilis si hare, o di kaya, si hare symbolize as, what? Arrogante. Yung pinapakita niya sa kwento is arrogante. So, that is allegory. Now, we have ambiguity. So, ito yung double meaning. Ma'am, ano ba ang kaibahan ng allusion, allegory, ambiguity? Wait lang ha. Ambiguity is may double meaning or multiple interpretation. Depende na yan sa'yo. Halimbawa is, visiting relatives can be boring. So, hindi siya parehas sa sa allegory na parang may symbolism. It's more like playing tricks on your mind, playing tricks with the words. For example, visiting relatives. It could be ikaw yung bumibisita or di kaya ang mga relatives na bumibisita. Ayan, no? So, may double meaning siya. So, ayan. Are you bored or are they bored? So, ayan. I-master talaga natin yan. Okay. Pun. Ano yung pun? Di ba maririnig natin, no puns intended? So, ang pun po is, hindi po yung kinakain ha. Play on words with similar sounds or multiple meanings. So, yan. For example, a bicycle can't stand on its own because it's too tired. So, it's all about similar sounds that could make you say, huh? Nagikapoy or napagod yung bike? Hindi. Ang ibig sabihin po, this is a pun, okay? Hindi siya double meaning. It could be double meaning, depends on what you hear or what you see or what you have read. So, too tired, para siyang ganito, oh. Para siyang ganito, no? Kung nakikinig ka lang. But if you look at it in the entire sentence, it's actually makes sense because too tired, dalawa lang yung wheel ba? Gulong, dalawa lang yung gulong. Hindi makakatayo ng mag-isa unless may stand siya, no? So, hindi pareho yung bicycle sa mga cars na hindi na kailangan ng balancing. Because equal yung ano nila. Anyway, move on tayo sa satire. Ito naman yung satire. Mahilig kayo dito yung satire. So, it can use humor, irony, or ridicule or to critique vices or follies. For example, Animal Farm by George Orwell, 1984. So, para siyang allegory. Pero, it's most likely humor and irony. Basta maano nyo yan. I will totally make another quiz for this 4 or 5 elements, no? Kung anong pagkakaiba nila para alam natin. So, totalitarian regime. So, yung tinutukoy niya, parang kung mabasa mo yung George Orwell's Animal Farm, parang masasabi mo, niloloko yata tayo nitong taong to. Because he's making joke out of it, no? Very complicated topic like regimes or politics. So he makes use of satire para hindi medyo vulgar or medyo halata. So yan, that is satire. Stereotype naman tayo. Stereotype, alam naman natin yung stereotype. Oversimplified or fixed image of a group. So bale, if there's a group of kids, like all teenagers, yan, are lazy. For example, another stereotype, Gen Z are so what? Gen Z are so wala bang direction sa buhay. All Gen Zs or Generation Z are hindi pareho sa mga baby boomers or hindi pareho sa mga millennials, 'di ba? Magkakaiba. That is a stereotype, by the way, because not all Gen Z are like that. That is a stereotype. Next is mood. Ito yung magkaiba yung mood at saka tone, but let's talk about first mood. So the emotional atmosphere created for the reader. Sige sir. Okay, the mood is the emotional atmosphere created for the reader. So for example, yung mood is a dark stormy night creates a mood of suspense or fear. So bali kagaya ng ginagawa ng mga ibang writer, susulat sila ng mga dramatic long sentences that will describe the settings. For example, dark, diba? Dark stormy night. Hindi siya kaaya-aya or may suspense na mangyayari. Aside sa tone, ito yung attitude ng author. For example, a sarcastic tone conveys mockery or disdain toward the subject or audience. Asa na yun? Walang example dito na exact. The author attitudes towards the subject or audience. So, aalamin mo mismo yung hindi lang yung story about the mood of the story, but itong tone is yung tawag nito. You're actually trying to know the tone or yung kung saan ba naglilin ang standpoint ng isang author. Is it ito, for example, ang tone ng ito sa mga newspaper. Ayan, sa mga newspaper. Kaya, okay ba i-example lang newspaper? I think hindi okay ang newspaper. Ano pwede natin i-example na alam nyo na literature? Wala akong maisip pero ang tone, for example, ang tone ng newspaper, ito may example ko. It's news and literature. Pero basta tone is yung author's attitude. Yung tinutukoy mo is hindi lang yung story. Hindi yung story, but the author itself. Yung writer, ano bang ang nasa utak ng author? Is he okay with this kind of subject? Or is he targeting, ano bang tinatarget niya? Yung mga against it? Or yung gustong bumasa ng ganon? Uso yan sa uso yan, ma-apply yung tone sa news actually. So, is it bias or is it fanatic or what you call whatsoever? Ano yan? Yun po ang different between mood. Mood is like sa story and yung tone is yung sa author. Okay? Kung saan siya naglilin ng standpoint niya. Okay, motive naman tayo. Ang dami nating satsat sa 35 minutes na. Motive. Okay, motive. Recurring subject, idea, or theme in a literary work. So, blood is an important motive in A Tale of Two Cities, appearing numerous times throughout the novel. So, novel pala tong A Tale of Two Cities, no? A Tale of Two Cities. Sino nagsulat kay Tale? Sino nagsulat sa A Tale of Two Cities? Yan ba yung A Best of Times, A Worst of Times? Yan ba yun? I think that's it. So, blood is an important motive. May mga blood. Siguro mga nadidiscuss yung mga blood. Siguro may patayan dyan. Okay, so it's a recurring subject or idea. Again yan lang. That is the motive. Pwede din yung anong motive nyo sa kasal nyo? Yan, diba, nagagamit natin yung word na motive for when we ask for the wedding events, diba? Anong motive ng kasal nyo? Yung motive natin is, color blue, ganito. So, it's the recurring thing, no? Na nangyayari. Okay. I think it doesn't have any similar function than the rest of this na na-mention natin. Okay, let's move on to the tragedy. From the word tragedy, okay, ito yung downfall. Hindi ng villain, but the protagonist itself. Tragedy. For example, we have the Arthur Miller. This is very interesting story, by the way. Death of a Salesman. So, yung main character natin dito is Willy Loman. So, he is the protagonist. Wala. Nagkaubos na yung boses ko. Hindi tayo pwede maging singer, maubos yung boses natin. Okay. Singer struggles with the American dream and his own failures, leading to his suicide. So, hindi ko alam kung ano talagang nangyari, but it's said that he has this American dream like everybody else, but not really everybody else. I don't want to have that American dream. Hindi. I don't want that. Kasi hindi naman maganda yung Amerika. Hindi. Mas pipiliin ko pa mag-Japan. Ba't kagalit? Okay. Anyway, yun nga. Meron siyang American dream pero he fails most of the time. So, anong nangyari? Suicide. So, that is a tragedy. Tragic hero, si Willy Loman, kasi he didn't end well. His story didn't end well. Nagpakamatay po si Willy Loman sa death of a salesman. Okay. Should we continue? 38 minutes na yung na-consume natin. We still have figure of speech, which is very, very interesting din. Kasi, lumalabas din yan sa literature. Sa world literature. Kung ano ba yan? Alliteration, assonance, consonance. I think we can. Diretso na lang, no? So, we discussed literary devices. We also, we discussed literary components. We discussed literary elements. And now we are, going through figure of speech. So, dito tayo sa alliteration. Alliteration. Ali. The occurrence of the same first letter or sound with adjacent words. So, napakadali na ng alliteration, guys. You just have to identify the first sound or the first letter of the words. For example, nakalagay sa item is map moon. Tapos nakalagay sa choices, is it alliteration, assonance, consonance? Alliteration po yan because we have to identify the first letter. And it doesn't have to have the same, it doesn't have to have the same spelling. For example, letter K, letter C, they have the same sound kahit iba yung spelling nila. K, 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 C, C. Okay? And ito yung lumabas sa sa board exam. So, Sally sells seashells by the seashore. Ano napansin nyo? S, Sally, S, sells, C, S, seashells, C, C, S, C, ano na ba yan? S, shore. Okay? Another example, Peter Piper, pick a peck of pickled pipers. Pipers, peppers. Puros P ang most of the beginning of the words in the sentence. Next, we have the Fred's frozen French fries. Is it alliteration, consonants, or assonants? F. Na ma'am, why are you asking assonants or consonants? Hindi pa natin na-discuss. Yun nga, I'm so sorry about it. Hindi maganda yun na way of method of teaching. So anyway, that is alliteration. How about ito? This is well known, mga poetic literary worldwide. World literature. The moonlight made mysterious shadow. So no? More than 2 siguro yung labas. Dark deserts dreamed of dew. 4 lumabas yun di. Silent seas sang a sorrowful song. Ayan. So I still have another I have lots of parang ganito, yan. You can read it on your own. You can pause the video and then learn it for yourself. So we're done with the alliteration. Hopefully matapos tayo before 2:30, no? Assonance naman tayo, assonance. So assonance, a, vowel. Okay? Assonance, a, vowel. So within a phrase, kung yung alliteration is the very, very first letter, ang assonance naman is yung throughout the sentence. Kung ano yung specific vowel sounds ang paulit-ulit. For example, men sell the wedding bells. Men, se, bells. Anong repeated assonance? Letter E. So, go and mow the lawn. So, merong O sound. Actually, it's long vowel O sound. Yan. Another, the crumbling thunder of seas. Of seas. Okay? Meron ba tayong literary pieces dito? We do have, for example, Ito. Hindi ko to alam kung anong literature to. Hindi ko pa to narinig. W.B. Yeats, Byzantium. Okay, ito yung example ng assonance. That dolphin torn, that gong tormented sea. That dolphin torn, that gong tormented sea. Now, ma'am, how are we going to identify if it's assonance or something else? Now, you just have to look on the choices. Kung may assonance doon, try to read it according to the assonance rule or that dolphin torn, that gong tormented sea. I think it's letter O. Yes, it's letter O. So yun you just have to check if it follows the assonance rules. Kung may most same vowel along the sentence, then that is assonance. Dito naman tayo sa consonants. Consonant. Okay. Repetition of consonant sound. Halimbawa, ito. He struck a streak of bad luck. So, 3 times lumabas yung letter K na sound. Sa struck, streak, luck. Dito naman, she ate 7 sandwiches on a sunny Sunday. Wait lang, din dito. She ate, wait lang, hindi ko titignan yung answer, wait lang. She ate 7 sandwiches on a sunny Sunday. Ay, wait lang, consonant pala yung hinahanap natin, no? So, I think it's letter S. Is it? Yes, the sound is repeated. Ma'am, but how can I tell if it is consonant or alliteration because as you see yun, nag-start siya sa S, 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 S. O, depende na po yan sa depende na po yan sa choices. Kung walang consonants, alliteration. Kung walang alliteration, consonants, no? Another, Mike likes his new bike. So, definitely this is not what? This is not alliteration kasi wala namang the same, no? The same na first letter. However, I can also tell that this is assonance. Why? I. Long I, oh. Mike, like, bike. This is long vowel, I. Pero meron din siyang letter K. So, sana walang same, no? Like, Mike, new bike. So, sana walang ganyan. Okay. Ito, the black sack is in the back. Kak, kak, kak. So, letter K. Dito tayo sa mga world literature. Ayan. So, kang Edgar Allan Poe, kilala niyo man yan, that is the father of short story. Okay. No? Father short story ba siya? Search nga natin. Edgar Allan Poe is father of what is the father of what? The horror of detective story pala, sorry. So, father of the horror and detective story. Si Edgar Allan Poe. So, ito yung sa kanya. Example ng consonants. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain. Yan. N. This is N. Let's see kung tama. Mali, guys. Wait lang. Silken, sad, rustling. Letter S, tsaka R. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of its purple curtain. Okay, gets. So we have the S and the R. Silken, sad, rustling. Uncertain, rustling, purple, curtain. So S and R is the repetitive consonant. Robert Frost naman, lumalabas din to. Stopping by woods on a snowy evening. Robert Frost. Pag snowy evening, Frost na yan. So, and miles, hindi ko makita. Huwag niyong basahin yung answer muna. And miles go to before I sleep. And miles to go before I sleep. Dalawa. Miles, tapos miles, sleep. To go, wala, isa lang yung long A. Before pa din yan. Ayan. Ito naman sa Hamlet. INS yun ha. Sa Hamlet naman, doubt, truth, be a liar, but I never doubt. Ow. Yan, babe. Answer, no? Doubt, truth, to, but, doubt. It's letter T. Guess nyo? Ito naman sa T.S. Eliot. T.S. Eliot, The Wasteland. Sabi niya, what the thunder said. What? I think what the thunder said. T. Is it T? T and D. What the thunder said. Ayan. So, there are lots of possible consonants. Okay. Doon natin alamin niya dito kay Nick Joaquin, the woman who had two navels. The seat is secret, the streets sharp shadows. The sunsets soft sigh. Okay. So, merong S, cities, secret, streets, sharp, shadows. Ayan. Ang daming letter S and then T, no? The city, secret, streets, sunsets, soft, diba? S and T po yung consonants. I think ano kasi dito mga Tagalog na to Okay, halimbawa ng Tagalog madyan ni ron. 50 minutes na. Kung tuyo na ang luha mo, aking bayan, ang luha mong dala ng dusa at kahirapan. Is it N? Na bayan ng rapan, no? N. Meron din palang D. Meron D. Dala, dusa. Ayan. So, we're done with the assonants, consonants, and alliteration. Dito naman tayo sa apostrophe. So, apostrophe, napakadali dito. This is addressing that is not present. Yung hindi po nyo nakikita, it could be absent or patay na. Oh, captain. Pero wala yung captain niya. This is from Abraham Lincoln. Walt Whitman. Oh, captain, my captain, rise up and hear the bells. Ang tinutukoy niya na captain is si Walt Whitman. No? Walt Whitman ba? Maybe this is the title of the story. But anyway, oh captain, pero patay na. That is by Abraham Lincoln. Then, roll on, thou deep and dark blue ocean. Roll. Sino yung kinakausap niyang i-roll? Si Ocean, yung Ocean. Milton, thou shouldst be living at this hour. John Milton, addressing the deceased poet. Patay na po yan si Milton, John Milton. Okay? Deceased poet. You cannot, it will be apostrophe if it's dead or you are talking to it na walang buhay. Dead, walang buhay po. Okay, yung wala, hindi mo nakikita. Ito. Oh Romeo, where thou art thou, Romeo. Hinahanap ni Juliet si Romeo, pero patay. Hindi patay pa. Hindi lang niya makikita. Who is not present, but hidden, and not part of the conversation. Wala siyang kaharap. Hindi niya kaharap si Romeo. So, I hope you guys, Ito naman, inanimate, like the, Ito busy old fool, unruly son, why thus, though windows and through curtains, call on us. He is addressing the sun, by the way. Ito, napakadali. Oh, wild west wind. Nakakausap mo ba? Nagkaka-conversation ba kayo ng west wind? Hindi. So, that is apostrophe. Oh, happy digger, this is my sheet, there rust and let me die. Sino nagsabi diyan? Si Juliet. So, bakit nakasagot ako ng oh, happy dagger kahit hindi ko nabasa ang Romeo and Juliet? Well, fortunately, I'm a fan of Princess Rap Battle and search nyo yan, Princess Rap Battle, Romeo and Juliet. Oh, happy dagger, please be true. Alam ko sino nagsabi ng oh, happy dagger kasi pinatay ni Juliet ang kanyang sarili gamit ng dagger. Oh, cruel fate. Addressing fate. No? Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. He is talking to the star. That is apostrophe po. Oh, world. Nakakausap mo yung mundo? No. Oh, trees. Hindi man. Oh, liberty. Ano ba yung liberty? Wala yan, no? Oh, judgment. Oh, time. Oh, love. You're addressing concepts. You're addressing inanimate like sun, like trees. Anyway, dito naman tayo. Tapos na tayo sa apostrophe. Too much for that. Colloquialism or sa Filipino, colloquial. Ano yung colloquialism? Colloquial. So, use of informal words. So, ito yung gonna, like going to, wanna, y'all, hang out, chill out, what's up, okay, cool, kiddo, folks, to be beat, mga linyahan ng mga Gen Z. That is stereotype. But linyahan ng mga kabataan ngayon, mostly ng kabataan. Hay, Diyos ko. Okay, halimbawa, last na to, last na tong colloquialism kasi I still have to run some errands. Okay, Mark Twain. So, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. So, kang Mark Twain. Sino pa si Mark Twain? Samuel Clement. Okay, Twain's use of dialects and colloquialism is central to the novel. Bakit? Example ito, I reckon I better light out for the territory ahead of the rest. I think ang reckon dito. Hindi. Light out. Better light out. Hindi ko na. Okay. I think that's light. A better light out for the ito. A better light out. I think that's it. Next, we have another example by J.D. Salinger, The Catcher in the Rye. So, sabi niya, that killed me. Meaning, that killed me. Or you nailed it. Diba? You nailed it. That is colloquialism. Hindi naman siya nagpukpok ng pako but he nailed it. Okay? Something like that. Okay, ito naman sa To Kill a Mockingbird. Sabi niya, hey, howdy. Howdy is how do you doing, right? Okay, so southern characters. Howdy is what? It is colloquialism. Another example is train spotting. Ang train spotting, bali, nag-aabang sila ng what? Train by Irvin Welsh. So, yung mga na-mention ko ngayon, sina Harper Lee, William Shakespeare, sina Mark Twain, si Salinger, mga world literature po yan na maaaring lumabas. Okay. Takes place in Scotland. Ito yung sinabi niya. Thing is, okay ha, i-ano muna natin. Yung train spotting is Scotland, okay? A fact made undeniably obvious by the dialect. So, maaring hindi lang isang word ang makikita mo sa colloquialism, but it could also be the whole paragraph or the whole monologue or the whole whole character na sinasabi ng character. Now, kung babasahin niyo to, maintindihan or magigets niyo agad, especially if you're a fan of Merida sa Brave, no? Fan ako ng ng babaeng yan. She's a princess of Scotland. And then, if you can notice, no? Basahin natin ha. Masasabi niyo talagang Scotland to. Sabi niya. Thing is, as ye get older, this character deficiency I don't really know how, no, but I'm trying my best. This character deficiency gig becomes mere sapping. There with time I use say all the teachers, bosses, dole ponters, potax guys, magistrates when they tell me I was deficient. I cool it, guys. I'm just me. Just in there a different story. At a sort, but a different sort. A gig fair use, but can. That is Scotland. I'm trying my best to read it in a Scottish accent, but yeah. Try to listen or try to watch Merida or Brave, no? Yung pareho ng color ng buhok ko noon, orange yung buhok niya na kulot. Yeah. Yung basa niya sa Lil Willard. Oh, Willard. O, ano pa yan? Basta, so like that. Lil Willard. And I will say it for my own hand. Pero diin sila magsalita. I am Merida, firstborn of Kingdom Brock. Ganun sila mag-pronounce eh. And I'll be shooting for my own hand. Naman. For my own hand. Ganun. O diba, nag-share na ako ng pinapakita ko na sa inyo yung pagiging fan ko ng Merida. Okay. So, anyway, another example na maaari kong i-share sa inyo is itong kang Bob Ong. Are you familiar with Bob Ong? I know if you're a grade 7 student, alam nyo si Bob Ong kasi hindi yan mawawala sa Filipino, si Bob Ong. Isa siya sa mga gumagawa ng nobela dito sa Pilipinas. And napakasikat din niya sa colloquial Filipino language. For example, the use of pre from pare and astig. Mga colloquial ba or lingwahe sa kalye. Ganun. Ayun, street language. Oh, nasabi ko yung ano. Hindi ko pa yan nabasa akin. Ko pa lang to nabasa tong note na to. Street language. Alam naman natin yung mga ganyang salita. Next is euphemism. So, used to often harsh or blunt. So, instead of passed away, ginamit niya passed away instead of died. Para kasi yung died is namatay. Kung sa Bisaya pa, namatay. Kung passed away, yung panaw na intawon. Diba medyo dili siya harsh or hindi siya harsh. Ano pa? Terminal illness. Ano yung terminal illness sa Tagalog? Nag-aagaw buhay. Okay, nag-aagaw buhay. Tapos, lost their battle. Tama ba? Referring to terminal illness. Unti-unti na siyang natatalo ng kanyang sakit. Terminal illness. So, buddy guys, it's already 2:30. I'm going to continue euphemism later or tomorrow na kasi it's been, or kailangan ko ba yan? Okay, tapusin ko na lang to, no? No. Baka madali lang kasi maubos yung oras eh. So anyway, I will finish euphemism and the rest of the figure of speech. Napaka-excited nitong promise. Especially pag in-apply natin to, in-apply natin to sa ibang world literature or kahit man lang sa Filipino literature, masasabi mo, ay, euphemism ay, ano to, alliteration to, ay, ano to, assonance to, consonants to, or ano to, allusion to, mga ganyan ba? So, I will really try to create a quiz na makakatulong sa atin mag-identify the figure of speech, elements and components, and apply it into the literature worldwide and also local. And I think I have to end this video and say thank you for studying with me. I really had a good time with this, especially napaka-interesting ng topic na to. And I hope na sana ma-master natin at ma-apply natin sa board exam. Anyway, thank you guys. Paulit-ulit, no? Thank you. But yes, unlimited thank you kung sino man ang nanonood nito. But kung wala mang nanood, it's okay. At least, I know someday may matutulungan ako ng mga tao sa video na to. Yes, I'm not trying to catch. I'm not trying to habol. I'm not trying to habol fame. I'm not trying to habol. Hindi nga to monetize eh. Hindi pa naman pwede i-monetize, but yeah, this YouTube channel is for me and my future generation. Hindi to para sa lahat. This is not for public, although pinpublic ko siya kasi just in case ma-hack yung account ko, at least ma-access ko siya kasi may mga previous ako na account sa YouTube. Actually, isa lang. And hindi ko na siya ma-access personally. And ang dami kong private videos doon kasi hindi pwede i-public, diba? May mga may mga videos na hindi pwede i-public kasi maraming chismosa. But yeah, yun nga, sayang nga yung yung mga ginawa kong videos doon na naka-private. Kaya ngayon, public to siya. That's why I'm not really after with huwag niyo po sanang masamain or whether you like or you view this. I know to myself na may matutulungan ako nito someday may matutulungan ako. And actually it's a win-win situation because the way I speak na parang may tinuturuan ako is a win-win situation because doon ako natututo. Hindi ako natututo sa makinig lang, hindi ako natututo, promise. Never talaga ako natuto ng mga ganyan. Ganun ako. That's how I retain the information that I just learned, especially pag nakikinig ako sa iba. So, yes, that's it. Thank you very much and see you soon on the next video. See you soon tomorrow kasi pag-uwi namin galing sa sa syudad is ano na ako sa eto, makikita niyo to. Scantron paper. Mag-a-answer na ako and don't worry, I will record it, no, para may ma-answer din kayo. Anyway, thank you very much again for the nth time. See you and goodbye.